So, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jonnychipz Weekly. My name is John Lunn, aka Jonnychipz, and this is episode number 79 on Friday, the 1st of July, 2022. This is Renewal of Things. So, hey everybody, and thanks again for tuning in. Hope you've all had a fantastic week in work again this week, or whatever you've been up to this week. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Weather's changing, sun is coming out. It is summertime, so we're getting to the spring of things. It's Friday the 1st of July. Can we believe that it's come around so soon? And what that means is it's MVP Renewal Day for all the MVPs, all the awesome MVPs out there in the community that have been doing some awesome work over the last 12 months and previous. So good luck to everybody, fellow MVPs. I'll certainly be keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that we all get the renewals that we hope for. And yeah, good luck if you're waiting for your first MVP as well, of course, which come out on the 1st of each month. So look, without further ado, very similar format again this week. Let's jump straight on over. We're going to do some community call-outs. Okay, so yeah, as I just mentioned there, it is MVP Renewal Day today on the 1st of July. Happens every year. I think I was awarded on the 1st of August last year, so I just slipped into that renewal time this time. So yeah, good luck to everybody. Hope everybody gets what they hope for. And yeah, good luck for the next 12 months of MVP status as well. So keep those community contributions flowing. It's always appreciated, and everybody's doing a fantastic job as always. So good luck to all. And yeah, a bit of a mixed bag today, really what to call the show, because we've got the MVP Renewal Day. But of course, as Alex points out, it is the start of July OT. So if you've been following any IoT news, certainly from Microsoft Space over the last couple of years, every July is dedicated to IoT, so Internet of Things goodness, and this month is no exception this year. So Jim Bennett has put up a bit of a blog article now, a little bit of a post here with julyot.dev. You can head over to that, have a look at the blog, and just kind of precursors to JulyOT and what the initial events are. It's aimed at a lot of different areas. So we've got beginners, makers, and students. So learning JulyOT, learning IoT concepts and skills. Looking at how do we develop embedded devices, so those small microprocessor-based devices. How can we actually develop using those things and make the things? AI, so artificial intelligence on the edge. That's an absolutely cool concept and loads of cool learnings to get into there. And of course, learning in general and certifications. So head on over. I think the first event that Jim has got set up is today. It's 9 a.m. Pacific time, so that'll be later on this afternoon, 5-6 o'clock, I think, later today in the UK, so British summertime. And he's going to be doing an introduction to IoT. There's a Cloud Skills Challenge, there's some digital swag, and there's loads of different resources there. So, look, if you are interested in learning a bit more with IoT, head on over to julyot.dev. Reach out to Jim. He's definitely championing the calendar month. I don't know. I suppose that's what you call it. I just noticed there that the difference in this font, the L and the I, is all of a couple of pixels difference in height. Don't know why I noticed that, but there we go. So anyway, JulyOT is upon us. Get involved and look forward to a month of IoT learnings. Next up, Rod Trent has informed us SC100, that cybersecurity architect exam, has gone generally available. I did see a few fellow MVPs and community folk out there tweeting that they'd had the beta results. The beta results have been released now, so go and check that out if that is of interest to you. If you are looking to do some more work in the cybersecurity space, SC100 is absolutely an exam you might want to put there and study for. So thanks for that, Rod. Next up, call for speakers. I'm going to click on this. So Dwayne has retweeted this. So there's an August virtual event that there's a call for speakers page up at the moment for LATAM 2022. It's an English-speaking event, although I'm just trying to see now exactly where it is. It's in Peru. So yeah, Latin America. So LATAM, hence the Latin America. It's been held in Peru, I believe. So look, if you are interested in speaking at that event, it's going to be a great event, no doubt. You can see all the different countries that have been put in there. I believe it's it's part of the Cloud Lunch and Learn series. So look, if you are looking to speak at an event, then there is a great event there for you to go and register your interest. Go and follow Dwayne N Cloud. I've retweeted this as well, or head on over to Sessionize, and it's Jira Online Speaker LATAM 2022 with dashes in between each word. So just highlight it there. Don't know if you can quite see it behind there. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, so thanks for that, Dwayne. Super stuff. Just thought I'd put this up there. I'm on an Ask Me Anything later today with the awesome Heiko Bren from Script Runner and Marcus Hipp as well. So Marcus and Heiko are going to be inviting me on their show and talking about all things PowerShell, Azure community, lots of things going on. So really looking forward to that. Ask Me Anything a little bit later. Do join us and say hello if you can. Next up, Tom Arbuthnot. So Tom is, as you know, Tom is a fantastic MVP. He has been for a number of years now, and he's certainly released a lot of blog content, a lot of good information. Has helped me out in my career, pointed me in the right direction no end of times around Microsoft Teams and Voice and Skype for Business before that. So he's a fantastic person across the community. He has just launched, himself and some others have just launched empowering.cloud website, which, as you can see there, Tom has pointed out, his mission is to provide Microsoft Teams IT professionals the best insights, advice, and training free and on demand. So go and check that out. Go and show some support. Reach out if you are in that space and you're working in that space. And certainly from an Azure point of view, I've done my fair share of projects where we've hosted SBCs and hosted other bits and pieces in an Azure platform to configure direct routing and all sorts and things like that for Teams. So there is absolutely crossovers there. So go and reach out if that's of interest. Go and get yourself signed up for that website. And thanks for that, Tom. Next up, yes, James posted this the other day, which was quite timely because I was wondering what was going on with the MCP portal myself. Microsoft have moved it, basically. They've made it a little bit neater and tidier and shuffled things around, but it's now part of Microsoft Learn rather than being a standalone MCP portal in its own right. And James Cook has given us a little bit of a blog post just talking us through it. So look, if you have sat your exam or sat one or two exams, early doors in the exam sitting process with Microsoft, then you might not be familiar with the old MCP portal. Or if you're wondering what's going on, go and give this blog a quick read. James has talked us right the way through the new look and feel and how to find everything and, how to check your transcripts and all sorts of things in there, and your MCID, getting your transcript, like I say, all sorts. So go and check that out. Thanks for that, James. Good information there, just kind of pointing out the fact that Microsoft have moved that portal. And next up, Keith Atherton. Yeah, Keith, fantastic guy across the community. He spoke at .NET Knots a few days back now on creating a bot service using cognitive services for language and the Azure bot service. So that's available for replay on the old YouTubes. Go and follow .NET Knots. Go and follow Keith Atherton. Great guy, like I say, across community. Fantastic session if you're interested in learning a bit more about cognitive services and building bots and things like that. So thank you for that, Keith. Much appreciated. And finally, only because Greg had tweeted this out this morning, but 1st of July, it's only 6 months until we got the festive tech calendar. Just put it out there. Too soon? I don't know. I don't think so. Never too soon for the festive tech calendar. Anyhow, that's all for now. Let's head back on over. Okie dokie. So yeah, lots going on in the community. So thank you for everybody's community efforts. This week again, like I say, I miss so much of the community stuff at the moment. This is my way of just kind of picking out those little bits that I picked up on through the week that have caught my eye, caught my attention, kind of fit into that place that I look for in terms of tech areas. So thank you to everybody for your contributions. Next up, I think we're going to jump on over and do some Jonnychipz on the side. So yes, first and second Friday of each month, I team up with Swami and Robbie. We do a When Ops Meets Dev podcast series, info video, whatever you want to call it. And today is the day for our first episode in July. So 9:30 p.m. IST, which works out at 5 p.m. BST. So if you can join us, please do. We're going to be talking about Kubernetes tonight. So it's going to be really interesting from my perspective. I've done very minimal personally with Kubernetes, but Swami and Robbie and me are going to bump our heads together and kind of talk around what we're doing. The whole series is about building and developing a microservices based, cloud native solution effectively. It's an e-commerce solution, so you've got the whole products, microservices. It's based on APIs built out into polyglot microservices that are going to be deployed. We started deploying across, using Docker Desktop, moving on up into things like container instance in Azure and app services. And now we're moving on to Kubernetes. So we're kind of, have a really good session tonight. Keep it around about an hour long. So if you can join us, please do. There's the meetup link there. If you head on over to the Welsh Azure meetup page, episode 5, live stream tonight, 5 p.m. BST. Go and get yourself RSVPs and join in the fun. And as it is Friday, first off, I want to give a big shout out to my guest on In Conversation with last week, Holger. Thank you so much. SAP on Azure, really insightful conversation I had with Holger last week. If you missed it, it's available in the playback in the playlist below. Please do go and give that a little watch and a listen. It's fantastic to have Holger on the show. But like I say, as it is Friday, we've got another episode coming out tonight. And it's none other than, as it's July OT, it's with Mr. Bruno Capuano. And Bruno will be joining me again at 6:30 p.m. BST tonight. Talk about all things IoT and fun and career and advocate. It's just, Bruno's a fantastic person. Again, working at Microsoft in the community. He's been doing some absolutely brilliant things over the last few years since I've been following Bruno on the social media. It was fantastic to have a catch up and say hello and really, dig into what makes Bruno tick. Where does he keep his passion and enthusiasm? What makes that boil for him? So, great episode. Really looking forward to that one going out later tonight. If you can join us, that would be awesome. Please do. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Thanks, Bruno. And finally, just a bit of a sticker fun. So, yeah, we're all stickering up our laptops. My daughter had a Chromebook for her birthday a few weeks back, and she wanted to go and sticker it up. So I pointed her at my sticker stash, and these are the stickers that she picked. So, I think Octopus Deploy, great stickers there. They're certainly reaching out. Obviously, the Azure and Dev raccoons, Pixel Robots made it in there with that design. Of course, Jonnychipz had to make it in there, didn't he? But Traffic, a bit of a GitHub, Octocat, and Clippy, of course. So, yeah, you can see the kind of stickers that my daughter went for. And I got a big stash, got a big pile of stickers there that she sifted through and picked out those as her favourites. So congratulations if you made it onto the list. No, I jest. Okay, let's head back on over. Right, okay, so it is that time again. We are going to do the Azure news and updates for this week. Let's just jump on straight on in. And good afternoon, and welcome to the Azure news and updates for this week. My name's John Lunn. Well, of course it is. I'm the same person as from before. So anyway, let's jump straight on in. There are not too many updates this week. We've got about 8 or 9. We're going to just kick straight on off with the first one, which is a public preview announcement that we can now create an additional 5,000 Azure storage accounts with your subscription. So Azure Storage is announcing public preview of the ability to create an additional 5,000 Azure Storage accounts per subscription per region. So it's a 20 times increase from the current limit, 250, and helps you create several hundred or thousand storage accounts to address your storage needs within a single subscription instead of creating additional subscriptions. Wow, hit me up if you're using 250 storage accounts in a subscription. I can appreciate why there may be certain niche applications looking to do that, but wow, 5,000. Really do wonder where that request came from at times and wonder exactly how that kind of all panned out. So And 1 second, I don't know what's going on there with my camera, but I need to fix this a second. Because that's not a good look. Clearly. Oh, I'm making myself smaller. There we go. That's a better look. So yeah, quite what's going on there with 5,000 storage accounts. Why you'd need that? Hit me up in the comments below. Give me some examples. Have you got 5,000? Well, have you got 250 and looking to go to 5,000? That'll be an interesting one. Love to hear from you. Next up, public preview, multiple backups per day for Azure Virtual Machines. So Azure Virtual Machine Backup enables you to create enhanced policy to take multiple snapshots a day, understanding your need to protect mission-critical workloads in Azure Virtual Machines. Azure Backup now provides a low recovery point objective to as low as 4 hours in between those snapshots. So with this capability, you can define the duration in which your backup jobs would trigger and align your backup schedule with the working hours when there are frequent updates, understanding your need for higher retention in instant restore. Enhanced policy is designed to offer instant restore retention with default of 7 days retention and maximum of 30 days. So it ensures minimal data loss and recovery options. So there we go. Public preview. Next up, GA announcement generally available. Export device data under an organization in Azure IoT Central. Cool. Another GA announcement, match clause for query. Okay, let's try and dissect this one. So the match clause is a query offering that allows you to specify which pattern should be followed while traversing relationships in Azure Digital Twins graph. The match clause allows you to run variable hop and or bidirectional queries in your solution. Yeah, I mean, Azure Digital Twins graph is really digging down into that ability to kind of declare the physical world in digital form. So it's certainly an area that I want to just jump straight on into and learn a lot more around. So that's cool to see. Generally available temporary access pass for Azure Active Directory. Yeah, temporary access pass TAP has gone GA. I remember seeing this a little while back now. It's probably been in preview for a fair while, actually, quite a few months. So it's really, can be used to securely register passwordless methods, such as using your phone signing, any phishing-resistant methods like those FIDO2 tokens or USB keys that you can use. And it can even assist in Windows onboarding with Azure AD Join and Windows Hello for Business. So temporary access pass makes recovery easier when you've lost or forgotten your strong authentication methods and need to sign in to register new authentication methods. So that has gone generally available. Go and check that out. More generally available, resize rows in Azure IoT Central Device Raw Data View. Okay, resize rows, cool. GA, more IoT Central news on API release. It's I guess it's just the latest release of the API docs, dated on the 31st of the 5th, 2022. Cool, I'm not going to dig into them, but we've got a few updates there and some links to how to use the API and so on and so forth. GA, Azure Backup Multi-User Authorization for Recovery Services Vault. So Multi-User Authorization, another acronym, MUA, for backup adds an additional layer of protection for critical operations on your recovery services vaults. So what can we do? So the backup administrator typically owns that recovery service vault and needs to gain the contributor role on the resource guard to be able to perform any kind of protected operations, things like disable soft delete or disable multi-user authorization and modify the backup policy, so on and so forth. So you can use Azure AD Privileged Identity Management to manage just-in-time access on the resource guard. So this is this ability to have multi-user authorization on recovery services vaults. Basically just saying to use PIM so that you can give access to these recovery services vaults to multiple users using PIM on a just-in-time access to kind of keep that security footprint down to a minimum and to only those that actually need it and control it in an auditable fashion. Cool, good news. And finally, generally available Azure Active Directory authentication for application insights. So Azure AD authentication for Azure Monitor application insights is now being fully released. So using Azure AD, you can now ensure that only authenticated telemetry is ingested into your application insights resource. Well, that's fantastic to see. So there we go. There's our news and updates for this week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Let's head back on over. Okay, like I say, thanks everybody for tuning in this week. Yeah, we've got sound this week as well. What went on last week? Who knows? I do. It's a human error. It's my error. But anyway, we've got sound this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Please do like and subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about the show. Looking to take it in a few different directions over the coming weeks and months. But for now, I've been John Lunn. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you all next week. Bye for now.